Alright, hello everybody, what's up? This is Easy101. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be making my predictions for the 2025 Ballon d'Or. It's very early to make a actual prediction here, but we can look at the trends that are going on. We can look at what's going on in football right now in the football world and make a somewhat accurate prediction based off of that, alright? So with that said, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm looking at the 2025 Ballon d'Or early power rankings, which were updated in just like about 2 weeks ago. This is on gold.com. I'm going to look at what they say. I'm going to give my own input on it too. And we're going to go ahead. As you see, we have some standings here for the leagues to where I think the winner is going to come from. It's either going to be the Premier League or the La Liga, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and review their list real quick, and then I'll give my own input. And we'll see how these predictions fare up until the actual time for the Ballon d'Or, which is so long away right now. We have a whole year of football to see what happens, to see who's doing good. But if the trends continue as they tend to naturally do, we will probably have one of the five top favorites end up winning the Ballon d'Or. So let's go ahead and see real quick. Okay. Pulisic at AC Milan, he is doing pretty good actually. He's got 10 goals, 7 assists. So, hmm. Yeah, AC Milan's not doing amazing in the Premier League, but um, he's doing great as a player. Omar Marmoush, I've heard of the name, not very familiar with the player, but he's doing pretty good at Eintracht Frankfurt. Is that in the Bundesliga? I believe so. Yeah, so 15 goals, 10 assists. That's pretty good, actually. That's very solid. And he's Egyptian. Nice. So, Mohamed Salah's got some competition there. Alright, but yeah, as it says, he might need a transfer to go to a Champions League type team for him to get higher chances on you. Then we got Cold Palmer. I did that because of Cold Palmer celebration, but also because I'm extremely cold and I should probably wear a jacket. But anyways, alright. So he's doing pretty good too. 7 goals, 5 assists. Solid player, no doubt. Some people say he's the best player in the Premier League. He's doing very good, and if we look at the Premier League standings over here, Chelsea is in third place. Very hard for any team to get to Liverpool at this point, but still, there's no doubt that Chelsea's doing pretty good. They're a top four team, and if I'm not mistaken, I gotta go ahead and look at the UEFA Nation, not the UEFA Nations League, the UCL standings. All right, and we also gotta go to the UEFA Europa League. Okay, I'm not sure if Chelsea is playing in either one of these though. I don't think they are because they did kind of trash last season, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, okay. So yeah, his lack of Champions League football may hold him back in being among one of the true challengers at the end of the campaign. There's always next year, and if we look at the current standings, even Brighton's doing pretty good. That's surprising. If we look at the current standings, it looks like Chelsea might have a chance at making it to the Champions League, so that's good for them. Look, next we got Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. All right, 4 goals, 7 assists. So yeah, he's a very important player at Arsenal, of course, and Arsenal is doing very good as well. They're steady in the title race. Obviously, I doubt they're gonna get first, but Arsenal is also they got to be playing in the UCL, right? Yeah, there they are in the UCL. As of right now, if the tournament was to end, they'd go on to the next round. So they're in pretty good standing right now, even in the UCL, and well, can't really see his stats here. Actually, we could probably go pull up the stats here. Okay, Saka's on here, but anyways, he's doing pretty good in the Premier League, no doubt about that. All right, Florian Wirtz for Leverkusen. All right, um, yeah, he's a solid player. He's been doing good for Germany as well. But yeah, they're not doing that well in the Bundesliga as they were last season, which is obviously makes sense. Of course, I'm not surprised. But due to that, I guess it's more than likely not gonna win it. Mbappe being at 10 is a bit surprising when you think about it. But if you look at his accolades, 8 goals, 2 assists, and won the UEFA Super Cup. He's not exactly doing amazing at Real Madrid, but he did score a banger just a few days ago. I think it's still adjusting. It's been a few months, but still, it might be a bad season. Everybody has that. So I am not going to count him out of the Ballon d'Or race just yet. I don't think he wins it this year, but I feel like Mbappe at Madrid is just destined for good things. It's just a matter of time, matter of when, rather than a matter of if. In terms of Mbappe winning the UCL, in terms of him winning a Ballon d'Or, all these things. So there's great stuff in store for Mbappe. And if we look at this La Liga standings over here, Madrid is probably going to end up on top when you think about it. They have a game in hand. Meanwhile, Barcelona, it's only a 1 point difference. And Madrid still does have a game in hand. But we got to look at this real quick, the stat leaders. I just want to point out the fact that okay, so Mbappe has 8 goals in the La Liga. It's not terrible, but for about the way he's been playing, of course, you have to look at that and realize that he could do a lot better. Lewandowski's just insane. I mean, dude's amazing right now. Yamal is doing great too. Vinny Jr. is doing pretty good too with 5 assists here. But we have to look at Lewandowski's just a beast right now, honestly. I mean, Barcelona as a whole team is just amazing. But yeah, I feel like Lewandowski's the favorite to win this fight. Mbappe, as of right now, I don't see him winning this realistically. Now, Madrid is, again, a team you can't count out. Look at them in the Champions League real quick. Where are they at? They're not doing amazing in the Champions League, right? Like, they're 24th. They're on the verge of elimination. And that's the thing, though. You can't count out Real Madrid, honestly. They can face any team and win it, It hasn't been their tournament so far. But they got 3 losses and 2 wins. That's very disappointing for Real Madrid. They are the kings of the UCL and they should be playing like that. Very disappointing, but you can't count out Real Madrid. That's something you need to learn. Okay, look at Robert Lewandowski here too. He's doing amazing, man. This guy's a beast. 7 goals and leader right now. Salah is doing great here with 4 assists. Let's see how many goals he has. Okay, so he's not on here, but in fact, let me go ahead pull up. We don't need the Europa League no more. All right, Mohamed Salah. Let's see his stats right now for Liverpool. Okay, in the Premier League, he's doing amazing with 11 goals, 7 assists. So that's crazy. The Champions League, he hasn't done like huge things yet. 1 goal, 4 assists, but I mean, it's we have a whole tournament to tell. And Liverpool, if I were to give my prediction, I think Liverpool more than likely going to win. The standings would probably agree with me here. Liverpool is doing amazing here, above everybody. They have not lost a single game. Barcelona is another team you really can't count out. I'm so stupid. Inter Milan, they're doing pretty good too. Underrated team here, but as of right now, I'm gonna have to go ahead pick the favorites here to be Liverpool. Champions League this year is gonna be crazy, especially with this new format. I'm rooting for Liverpool to win, honestly, as I know Madrid is more than likely not gonna win. But as unfortunate as that is, I'm a Real Madrid fan. Holla Madrid all day. But I like Liverpool as well. I like the players on Liverpool. It's a solid team, and so I hope for them to win. Barcelona is, of course, our rivals. If they do win, I'll be happy for some of the players, but of course, you know I'd prefer them not to win. Of course, being our biggest rivals as a Madrid fan. So Liverpool is definitely who I'm rooting for besides Madrid. All right, now let's go ahead and go to the next one. Victor, I'm not sure how to say his last name. Gyökeres, I'm not sure, but he's doing insane right now. 32 goals, 8 assists in the 2024-2025 season. So he's been doing really great. I mean, you see, I like this guy honestly. I think he's a great player. Um, and he's on Sweden, right? He's doing great in the UEFA Nations League. His team is out, but he's one of the top scorers in that. Um, he's scored a hat trick, if I'm not mistaken, in the UCL as well. Yeah, yep, in the Champions League. So let's see what they're doing right now in the Champions League. Sporting is they're up there. I mean, Sporting could possibly. No, I don't think they're going anywhere near the final, but they could make a bit of noise here. We never know, right? So I think he's a guy to keep an eye on. Sporting as a team is a team to keep an eye on, and they're a great club for sure. No doubt about that. Doing pretty good in the UCL. Harry Kane, all right. Yeah, I Harry Kane was one of the people who I thought was going to win the Ballon d'Or this year. Before the season started, I was like, you know what, Harry Kane, that's the guy who I think is going to win the Ballon d'Or. If it's not a guy from Madrid, and he's not doing bad. If we look at, okay, we got to get the Bundesliga out here too. All right, Bundesliga stats. So the Bundesliga, we got Harry Kane is doing crazy right now. Look at that. Harry Kane is going crazy on assists too. You see, he's got insane stats here, but we gotta look at the standings. They're oh, so that's the guy. That's the Marmoush guy who was on Eintracht. All right, they're doing very good in the Bundesliga too. If somehow, some way, possibly Bayern ends up losing, the Harry Kane curse might as well be very real. They already lost last year to Leverkusen, but it's a big difference between first and third. First and second is a not that comfortable of a lead. I think Bayern eventually will win, and if we look at the Champions League standings, it looks like Bayern is in okay standing as of right now. We're gonna have to see how that folds up once we get to the actual next round of the UCL. Champions League is gonna play a huge role in the Ballon d'Or as it always does, but with international tournaments not really being abundant, besides the UEFA Nations League, that's something you gotta look out for. Besides that, I think the UCL is gonna be the biggest deciding factor because I feel like it's either going to be Liverpool or it's going to be Barcelona. I don't see teams like Madrid, City, or Bayern winning it. That could be a big blow to Harry Kane's chances. But if he captures a Bundesliga, at least he gets a trophy. And I I suppose if it's not out of the question for Bayern to win, Bayern's a great team. They're a solid team. But he's scoring goals at a crazy level still. So Harry Kane is I can't count him out yet. I would have him in my top five if anything. All right, Holland. Erling Haaland for Manchester City. Manchester City has lost 6 games in a row right now. They're not doing too good. They're not doing amazing, and a lot of football fans want to celebrate this. I like Haaland. I don't like Manchester City as a whole, but I like Haaland. I think he's one of my favorite players for sure. No doubt about that. First winner from the Premier League since 2008 was Rodri. It should have been Haaland in 2023, in my opinion. But Manchester City is they're not winning the Premier League. All right, look at this. It's an 11-point difference. I mean, Brighton has a better chance at winning the Premier League than Manchester City does, but no one's winning it besides Liverpool. I feel like it's that solid, that big of a difference here between the first and second even. So 3 game difference, and it's not very easy to go ahead, change. And if you look at this in the UCL even, it's like Man City's not doing amazing. They're kind of underperforming. So I gotta say, Haaland more than likely, unfortunately, will not win it this season. All right. Lamine Yamal, you gotta look out for him. 6 goals, 9 assists. Um, he won the Euro, but the Euro doesn't count. Never mind. UEFA Nations League is coming up, and if we look at this, they're possibly Barcelona could win the La Liga, and they could also possibly win the UCL. If that does happen, I'm not gonna say Yamal wins it, but I'm gonna say it's that type of case where you have multiple guys from the same team contending for the Ballon d'Or. I gotta say, if it's not Lewandowski winning, then it's gonna be Yamal in terms of Barcelona guys. If everything goes right for Barcelona, which it's looking very good for them right now. All right, Musiala for Bayern. Same thing we got here. It's either Kane or Musiala here. He's balling out right now. He's going crazy, and once again, Bayern's gotta go ahead and win the Bundesliga. They gotta win the Champions League for them. Any of the players to have a good chance. Champions League, whoever wins the Champions League, in my opinion, if it's one of the big teams here, they're winning the Ballon d'Or. One of their players. All right, Vinny Jr. should have won the 2024 Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. Uh, but you see, he's going on his like little revenge tour. Um, Madrid's I think at the end of the La Liga, Madrid will end up being on top. They have a game in hand. All they need is a win to be 2 points above. It's going to be a very close race, though. The UCL, though, I did not see Real Madrid winning. They're the absolute worst of all teams going on to the next round. And if this continues, they might be cooked. So I gotta say, personally speaking, I don't see a Madrid player winning this. But then once again, Real Madrid is just that type of team you cannot count out. A few bad games are not going to decide what happens next for Madrid. They can beat any of these teams. That's the thing. Madrid, out of all those bad teams, Madrid is the absolute best. Out of every team in the UCL, Madrid is probably a top five team still, despite being the worst of the worst here. They still have an insane chance at winning. I feel like people need to realize that. All right, let's see who's next. Rafinha, okay, he's doing very good too. That's the thing, but Barcelona has so many people who are just balling out right now. Next one's gonna be Lewandowski too. So literally three different guys who could win the Ballon d'Or. Last time we saw something like on the same club. Last time we saw something like this for Barca was in 2015. You could say when you had it between Messi and Neymar, or in 2010 when you had Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Uh, you know, it's a very tight race. Once again, same thing goes for him. If Barca wins La Liga, I don't think they will. If they win the Champions League or go far in that, then that helps their chances a lot. Because I don't see Madrid winning the Champions League. It's up for grabs for any European giants to win it and secure their Ballon d'Or. He's playing very good football right now, don't know that. All right, Lewandowski. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. It's so close between him and Salah that look, Lewandowski. If we look at his stats right now, we gotta go ahead and look at his stats real quick. All right, Lewandowski. If we look at the stats right now, 15 goals, 2 assists in 15 matches in the La Liga. Dude's doing insane. Look at him. Poland, well, Poland's not doing anything right now. 7 goals in 5 matches in the Champions League. What else is there? Well, that's all that's going on right now. Dude's going crazy. He's doing insane right now. He's the best goal scorer in the world right now, but no doubt about that. He's might as well even be the best player. And look, I think 2020 for sure, no doubt about that. If COVID had not messed up the Ballon d'Or, canceled it and all, then Lewandowski would have already been a one-time Ballon d'Or winner, and also should have won in 2021 over Messi. I mean, come on, man. We think about that for a minute. Lewandowski definitely deserved over Messi, in my opinion, but that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Lewandowski is at least a one-time Ballon d'Or winner, and two if you want to count the 2021. But officially, he's a zero-time Ballon d'Or winner. Seeing him lift the Ballon d'Or in 2025 would be pretty good. It would be awesome, you know. Very deserving guy. Should have won two already, but unfortunately, he has zero. Just terrible luck, honestly. But and same thing goes for him, Yamal, and every other Barca player who has a chance at winning the Ballon d'Or. Just gotta lock in the Champions League and gotta try to push through here in the La Liga. If they don't win the La Liga and they get second, which inevitably is either first, second, or third, I don't see Barca dropping anywhere lower than that. If that does end up happening, they gotta do somewhat damage in the Champions League. They gotta do pretty good in the Champions League, and he has to just score like insane. He has to be a top scorer by a mile. That's what he's got to do. He's got to have like a 2013 Ronaldo or 2012 Messi, where no trophies, but just insane scoring more than any other candidate combined, and that's why you win the Ballon d'Or. So if let's say everything goes wrong for Barcelona, Lewandowski's just doing so good, he could still realistically win the Ballon d'Or. And same thing actually goes for, well, it doesn't go for Rafinha, but he's doing amazing too. And so is Yamal. So it's such a close, tight race between all three of the Barca guys. They're competing against each other as well. The Champions League, man, whoever wins the Champions League, I think if it's between Liverpool, Barca, and Madrid, I think even Bayern, one of those four teams are going to come out on top, in my opinion. And whoever does is going to end up winning the Ballon d'Or. One of their players is going to win the Ballon d'Or. It's going to be one of the closest Ballon d'Or races I've seen in a while. All right. Look at the La Liga too, honestly. I mean, I feel like Real Madrid will end up pulling through to this. But let's say they don't, then that's a huge, huge boost to every single Barcelona player's rankings of the Ballon d'Or and the chances at winning it. Even if they don't win the UCL, just winning the La Liga is going to be a huge boost. If they don't win the La Liga second place, unfortunately, it's not going to do too much. That means they have to do something in the Champions League. For Madrid, on the other hand, winning the La Liga, I feel like it's going to help them a bit, but Champions League definitely needs to be secured. They got to do good in the Champions League. They have to do good individually. So that goes for just about every player, especially Barcelona's players and Real Madrid players. So all right. And number one, no doubt about it, Mohamed Salah. He's doing pretty good right now. He's doing just amazing. I mean, look, gotta look at his stats real quick. All right. So, does Egypt have anything going on right now? No, no AFCON, nothing. Okay. So, 11 goals, 7 assists in 13 Premier League matches. They are very comfortably at the top of the Premier League. Here's the thing. We don't know about who's going to win the La Liga. It's pretty certain Liverpool is winning the Premier League this season. and I think that's a very good chance for Mohamed Salah to win the Ballon d'Or, just based off the fact that Liverpool is doing great in the Premier League. And let's say that Liverpool don't win the UCL, then they still have a good chance just due to the Premier League and due to the fact that Salah is playing insane this season. But let's say Barcelona doesn't win it either, and none of the people with like big favorites, some of the teams with like big favorites are gonna win this. Let's just go ahead and say that for a minute. Then, for example, if Inter Miami wins, Inter Miami doesn't really have someone competing for the Ballon d'Or. We could possibly see, just based off of Premier League dominance and just domestic league dominance, we could see Mohamed Salah win the Ballon d'Or for Liverpool. And this is what I want to see. Honestly, one of my favorite players, definitely, even all-time list, currently, definitely behind CR7. Gotta go with he's in my top five favorite players in the world right now. Mohamed Salah, insane guy. He's playing out of his mind, and summer 2025 he's gonna have no contract, so we could possibly see a 2018 Ballon d'Or type scandal go on, where because of the fact that he's not no longer with the club, the owners go ahead and mess the Ballon d'Or and everything up just for him not to win it. That's what happened with Ronaldo in 2018, because there's no way Madrid really deserved that over Ronaldo in my opinion. But anyways, now Ballon d'Or wise, I feel like Salah and Lewandowski are the two people with the best chances to win. But it all depends on who wins the Champions League. You got to look at this once again. Champions League race is too close, but Liverpool, of course, are the favorites right now. Premier League, there's no doubt Liverpool will win. Meanwhile, in the La Liga, you've got a tight race between even Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. So it's just super confusing right now at this point. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say, if I were to make a prediction, I would say first place is Salah, second place would probably be Lewandowski, and third place I would say would be Vinny Jr. That's my top three right now. This it's only December right now. This is definitely subject to change. We never know when this rankings could change, and honestly, football is very unpredictable. There's so much going on right now. The new Champions League, the domestic leagues are crazy, so we have no idea. I'll just say Salah and Lewandowski. One of those two guys are definitely going to win it, in my opinion. They're both balling out like crazy. Champions League is going to be the ultimate decider here, though. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Ballon d'Or in the comments down below. If you like this video, hopefully you want to see my other videos, go ahead, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. Um, so you can see my videos before anybody else and watch all my awesome content. Yeah, remember to like this video, share it, comment down below what you think about the Ballon d'Or, your predictions. Let me know what you think I missed out or what I could have added, and that's about it. So I'll just go ahead and see you guys next time.